Hello and welcome to the Overly Animated Podcast, where we take animation seriously. We provide fan-oriented and analytic discussions on a variety of animated shows, movies, and anime, currently featuring Steven Universe, Miraculous Ladybug, New Powerpuff Girls, and Star vs. the Forces of Evil. I'm Dylan Hysen, and today I'm joined by Delaney Stovall.
Hey, y'all.
Today, Delaney and I will be discussing the last 5 episodes of the new Powerpuff Girls reboot. We will be discussing Cheep Thrills, Fashion Forward, In the Garden of Good and Eddie, Road Trippin', and The Big Sleep. So these are last, we're recording this 9/23 Friday. These are the last Thursday's episode, and then the first 4 from this Powerpuff Bomb week. They're calling this something. I don't even remember, honestly.
Who knows?
Yeah, so the Monday to Thursday. Not tonight's, though, because this is before then. So what we're going to do is we'll take tonight's, and we'll do that the week after next week as part of the next 2. So it'll be 3 that time. That seems fine.
Ooh.
Yeah. So yeah, discussing those 5 episodes. I guess a little less in depth than we can normally get, but you know, I don't know. I don't know if we'll still hit on the favorite jokes and stuff, so that's good. Yeah, we're covering Powerpuff Girls generally every other week here on the Overly Animated Podcast. You can check us out at overlyanimated.com or search for the Overly Animated Podcast on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher. Also now on Stitcher and Google Play Music. Okay. So spoilers for all of this. Yeah, it's a very important spoilers. But again, not discussing the 23rd episode. The other episode on the 23rd. So let's get into this. We have got 5 episodes here, Delaney. Overall impressions from all of them. Positive, super positive, neutral. What thoughts?
Every single one of these episodes was just amazing. Like, they were all good.
Every single one. Wow. Yes. High praise.
Every single one. They're so great. Like in a minute, you're going to be like, which one was your favorite? And I'm like, I don't know. Because, like, they're all great. Like, I would, like, watch the first one. I was like, oh my God, it's so good. Watch the second one. Oh my God, it's so good. Like, they're so great. Like, every single one of them is just, they're funny and cute. They're just awesome. Like, I'm honestly shocked. Like, I can't even think of, like, a Steven Bomb where it was, like, every single episode of the Steven Bomb. I was like, oh my God. No, like, literally every single one of these episodes, great. Like, well, okay, I can't say it. So I'm not saying, like, these episodes are higher quality than, like, an episode in a Steven Bomb. But, like, every single one of these episodes is, like, they're so good. Like they're
relative
just,
to the typical
like,
quality of the show.
Yes.
It's very consistent. Yeah.
Yes. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, these are all solid episodes. They're just great. Like, so cute. Very, like, a little Bubbles focused, which is great. Like, who cares? Like, awesome. Love Bubbles. They're all just good. Like,
oh, that just made it even better. I mean, come on.
Of course.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, I mean, Road Trippin' is really close to being my favorite. Like, if I had to pick a favorite, I'd probably pick Road Trippin' just because that episode is so dramatic. But, like,
oh, well,
so
yes.
good.
I mean, yeah, we got
And
the...
it was like, every episode is just so good. I just, like, I have to watch the next one. Like, they're just so good. It was just excellent. I'm in awe.
You were like the girls binging on the Space
Tow
Tow Truck, which
Yeah,
is
I was
apparently
like,
on Netflix, I guess, right? Like,
Yes.
yeah, that's the only thing that made sense if that was on Netflix.
Yeah, I think they're binge watching it. So great.
Yeah, I generally agree. I mean, for me, The Big Sleep is a little bit of a miss, but in general,
I
like,
loved The Big Sleep.
Yeah,
so
I mean
cute.
that's gonna be a polarizing one because there's such like a genre episode. But you know, in general, like typically the only thing that goes wrong with the show, Delaney and I are very positive, is when we just have 2 like close to a classic of a Powerpuff Girls episode, and certainly none of these 5 were in that territory. Like, these are all clearly in what this new show does best. I mean, there's a bunch of good stuff here. Like, I mean, it's all the episodes were at least good, and none of these. I don't know if there's like standouts or anything. Like, I think the vegetable one was okay. I think that Big Sleep didn't work too well for me. I think I mean, Fashion Forward. I mean, come on, that's made for, I feel like, us. And something I'm coming to realize more, I think the show is like less made for like kids, and it's more just like
Yes.
20-year-olds. Like, this is like made by them for, like, it's just filled with I mean, you have constant Blossom internet forum moderator references. Like, this is something that does not make sense to children.
No,
now.
like,
So
literally us.
yeah,
Like,
it's really, you know, I think that's one of the things that's most appealing about the show is like like, what other show is like meant for like our age range? It's usually either like it's appealing to kids or it's like appealing to like classic references, like older references, but you never see anything aimed at like internet forum references and like mid 2000s internet. Like it's I don't know, I can't think of another show that's in the same territory, and it's very appealing in that regard.
And yet people hate it for it. Why?
Yeah, then that's what they hate. Well, you know, they also hate when it tries to get too modern, which is a little closer. But yeah, it's you know, we don't need to get into that too much. But yeah, so I thought
so good.
These were very good, very funny. I don't know if there's like I'm not going to say any of these 5 were like top 5 episodes of the show, but I super enjoyed Cheap Thrills, Fashion Forward. The Garden of Goonetti had some good stuff in it. Road Trippin' was yeah, probably the most cohesive and like as a unit, it's
I think Road Trippin' potentially could be one of the best episodes of the show.
Yeah, my thing was I didn't find it as funny as a lot of episodes of the show, but like the overall the like, Bubbles dialogue was so good. Yeah,
it just delivers on like so many in so many ways. Like, yeah. It's just so perf.
Yeah. And yeah, just in general, I mean, we're really focusing in on the characters and the humor, and it's working very, very well, I think. Okay, let's go through each one and give our standouts from it. We can only spend 5 minutes on each, but let's see. So let's start with the Cheap Thrills, with the whatever it's called.
The Zoomzy.
Okay, well, there's 2 whatever it's called. It's the Zoomzy and the
Chinchillasaurus.
Saurus. Okay, yeah. We need to take a deep dive into the show's mythology because there's a lot of things that don't really exist. Like, I don't know. So obviously Townsville's in like an alternate universe, and like
we have like Monster Uber, and then like our supervillain is Mojo Jojo. So
yeah, I mean, we had more references this week too, so it's pretty great. Fashion Forward with the most references is
yes.
the best one for me. But so yeah, Cheap Thrills. For me, the highlights are very early on. Well, I need to read these Blossom quotes because it was the best. Blossom says, "I'm the moderator of multiple message boards about online games and activities, and none of those things you said are real," says Blossom.
You don't really like that.
Then she said, "Geez, the interface for this image search is terrible." She was trying to reverse image search the Chinchillasaurus. It was great, and I agree. It's just reverse image searching is difficult. I posted it to a forum about local flora and fauna. Buttercup, I thought your forum was about typography and the Industrial Revolution. Yeah, I have one too, says Blossom.
Like, there's so many. It's so good.
Like, this is the best for me.
Like, it's so great. No, I was watching this and I was like, ding, 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 we have a winner.
Somehow we have internet forums and Instagram in this universe, but no Tumblr references.
I know. I don't know how.
I think it's a better world for it, to be honest.
It probably is. I mean, ideally, yes.
I mean, we yearn for the days of the internet forums coming back, so this is great. Yeah, I love Blossom moderating.
Like Blossom on her phone the whole time is just great.
Yeah, and then she was like in another episode, she was like upside down on her phone, like pressed right to her face. That was really good too. I love that visual. Yeah. Also, the best part is Blossom's like a moderator of forums, but also all of these forums sound like awful, and like these are not things that people would post about online. But I guess so. I mean, you've Industrial Revolution forum probably, but
so
yeah, that was the highlight for me. There's also a what are you hiding behind your back thing with Bubbles and taking things from the fridge, and it's like, this organic kale, no, like this like all that thing. That was really another highlight of this episode for me.
I really like the gag with Buttercup, where it's like every 5 minutes, every 5 minutes. I mean, the episode's only 10 minutes, but like basically every 30 seconds, it's like the Zoomzy or whatever it is. I love that. Like, I know we have gags like that with Buttercup every time, but like this one just really delivered for me. It was just so funny.
Buttercup's character, one of her most prominent things, turning into she's the recurring gag person.
So like, great.
Yeah. And the Zoomzy one, I think, was, again, like, they're really good at these because the Zoomzy references, okay, it's kind of funny, she keeps bringing it up, and then at the end she gets her own like brief montage with the
it's so
Zoomzy.
good.
Yeah.
Like, I really love like none of that actually happened. and then
she has her own one. Yeah, after the Bubbles one. Briefly talking about the Bubbles cheapy fantasy thing. This falls in the territory of things Dylan does. I've talked about this on the podcast where I don't like animation narrating spoken word, but this was like interesting because it was like actual like second grader drawing. So that was, and what she was saying was good. I in general like don't like that type of thing, but
and like the song.
And then the song.
Yes.
I don't remember. What was the song?
It was like the best friend song.
Oh, yeah. And then they did that for the Buttercup one, too. Yeah, that's right.
So good.
And yeah, but putting the Buttercup Zoomsy one also is like the perfect length because it got like cut off, too. Like, that was all great. Yeah.
It's been my life savings. You're like 5, Buttercup.
Yeah, that's true. You're like, I mean, I guess, yeah. We don't need to get into their ages.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah. They have student council. So, you know. Yeah, but in general,
mystery thickens.
Yeah, in general, I'm very high on Cheap Thrills. It is very good, filled with a bunch of just any episode with Blossom internet forum references. I feel like this was not the only one too. Like I think we'll get to the other one.
They continue.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about Fashion Forward.
Oh my god, this episode
my favorite of the bunch. So the fashionistas, I forgot they existed. To be honest,
same. And then I was like, they're breaking them back.
Was this episode 1 that they're from?
Maybe like they're from like forever ago.
Yeah, it's very early. So the fashionistas are great because it's just one of them is just a giant pink gorilla, and it's just not mentioned. Like
it's so great. Like this is my sister.
And
so good.
Yeah, and they continue with it, and I'm very glad that they're keeping that gag going because it's just played for straight that one of them is
hilarious.
Just a giant ape. Yep, and that's it. Yeah, so I thought that they were used really well. I mean, this is the typical mind control, like everyone gets the device and then they whatever. Right. But how the episode uses is great. Okay, first of all, we start with a Shark Tank parody. So I mean,
I saw that. I was like, Dylan is happy somewhere.
So first of all, Shark Tank is back tonight. So this is pretty hype. Like it's back tonight. And they're gonna turn around Tank or something, and it was really great. I'm glad we're parodying Shark Tank on Powerpuff Girls. This is the best. But Bubbles was obviously the biggest Shark Tank thing. The Smoogie. She there's like we have a 30-page report with selfies. But Blossom, well, wow, look at that use of Venn diagrams. Bubbles, yeah, but what's their projected sales net worth? Yeah, yes. Good job, Bubbles. That's very close to something they say on the show, but yeah, it's very the Shark Tank parody. I mean, come on, like this is great. Yeah. And then they also did the sales from every other Smoogie will go to Puppy or something.
Puppy Island.
Yeah, Puppy Island. Something they do on the show, by the way. Some of these products are like, yeah, every other one will donate somewhere. So it is all great. And then hashtag looks are everything. Yeah. Great. Good use. Yeah, there's I guess the fashionistas are like a social commentary.
There's a selfie stick and there's a hashtag and like Instagram. Like this is amazing. Like flawless.
Yeah, I mean Instagram was the best use. Yeah, but it's
just so good.
I guess there's. I don't know. I don't think they're really supposed to be a commentary, but kind of like I don't know. So good. I'm glad that they stayed too much out of commentary on that. Even though I guess the professor got into that. Blossoms.
Well, the professor was more about like. Well, I mean, I enjoyed the commentary on like looks or everything. That was a good like commentary for like. It was like superficial, but it was like well enough for like the 11 minutes and like how they were dealing with it. That was good. I thought.
Yeah.
And very.
It used pretty well. Yeah. So we had another fantasy sequence, I think, which was like every episode. I guess we had Blossom's Smoji fantasy. I don't remember exactly what it was. Oh, I don't.
She's like president.
First of all, Blossom's ideal use of the Smoji is to just make a bigger bow on her head. Like
cute, like love her.
Like they didn't even dwell on this at all, but that's the most ridiculous concept. So that's the only thing she wants. And then she's also like blushing at the end of it. Which I feel like is the first time we've seen anything blush. That I feel like that was notable.
So great.
Yeah. The PPG_of_ Townsville Instagram was like they did like a montage of there to transition to something. I need to find this if this is a real Instagram. I don't think so.
They're just taking different pictures. It's so good.
Yeah. No, Google search does not yield anything yet, but Cartoon Network's not good enough with tie-ins like this. This is if this doesn't exist, this is the second failed obvious tie-in in a row for Cartoon Network. I mean, come on, because we had the number in Steven Universe did not go anywhere. What do you think of Bowless Blossom? I found
Okay, it was
notable.
like weird because it's like weird to deal with because it's like the bow is just like you're not even like that's an accessory. You just mean like it's literally part of her head.
Her character's obviously model is like not obviously meant to not have a bow.
It's so great. Yeah. Like this is close to the kind of gag that Delaney just loses her mind about, but it's not quite there.
Yeah, this is close to it's parodying their design for sure. Like, but yeah,
it's not quite to the level that Delaney loves, but it was really odd. But I just love that they kept going with it. Like it was like a solid block of time where she wasn't wearing her bow, and it was really funny.
Yeah. Here's another good one. I don't know if I'm getting the space tow truck names right ever in these quotes, but hey Bubbles, hey, did you ever notice that Space Cat and Cad Kent are never in the same place at the same time? And
Cat
Buttercup,
Kent, it's really
Cat
good.
Kent. Okay. Oh man, you got to check out this fanfic I wrote about
like
that.
me,
Says
Buttercup.
Yeah.
Me. When Buttercup mentioned fanfic, I'd like pause for a minute and be like, I can't. I'm wore out. I can't.
So you'd read Buttercup's fanfics? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I don't know if I'd read them. I mean,
wow,
I
that's rude.
That's
rude. Come on.
But okay, I love Buttercup, but like Buttercup writing fanfic, I don't know if I'm. Would Delaney like them? Probably not.
So where's the new Powerpuff Girls fanfic from the perspective of Buttercup about this?
Yes, we need Powerpuff Girl fanfic. Fanfic? That's weird. I don't know how that works.
Then we have the entire ending thing with the professor, and it's like, get in the car. Are you sure you don't want to fly? And then stay in the car the whole time, and then the professor's the one who has to deal with it after the mind control thing. And then we go from a Shark Tank parody to the classic Super Bowl Apple commercial parody with him cracking the screen in the middle. So that's an interesting reference jump. But yeah, he does that, and we get the fashion police for like 2 seconds. That's an interesting gag.
That was really good.
Yeah, but what do you think of the concept just of the professor dealing with this on his own? I think this is a good professor episode.
Oh no, definitely, and I think that's kind of like that's maybe kind of a theme with like these episodes is like the professor's doing a lot more in these episodes than like normal, and it's great. Like the professor is solid, and like he's doing good stuff. He's a good dad. He's great. So fun.
Yeah, it was good. It was a little fast that it turned into a professor episode, but I think it was good.
Get in the car. Are you sure you don't want to fly?
Yeah, it was good. And then the day is saved by good parenting. Thumbs up. Okay,
eating ice cream.
Yeah.
Can we get out of the car yet? That was really good.
Yeah. So lots of stuff in Fashion Forward. I feel like was
quality episode.
Very modern, and I think that's one of the show's main selling points is how modern it is. So very good.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah. Next, In the Garden of Good and Eddie. So, I don't love the concept of this giant thing, and that first this episode is all over the place because it moves very fast. They're like, okay, we're gonna grow vegetables now. I'm like, okay, I guess that's what we're doing. My favorite part of the episode is they do this twice. Is Buttercup, Bubs, I keep telling you that the prize isn't in the box. You have to send it. Bubbles, I'll be the judge of that.
And then just dumps it out, and then the professor like does not care.
The show, like I've said this many times, the show's a really good read on like actual things that actual kids say and like actual kid humor, and I'll be the judge of that is totally something like a kid joke. Like it's really good.
Funny.
And then the box of waffles too. There's not gonna be a prize with that one. The giant so there's Eddie, there's Tabitha, is I don't know.
I like that. That was pretty ridiculous.
What do you think of Eddie?
I mean, Eddie was entertaining. It was pretty funny. Like it's just like this really weird concept, but it was funny. Like
I think it was a little fast that we got to everything. Yeah, then it kind of.
It's a super weird concept. Like
Eddie eats when she's anxious.
Me.
Spoiler alert! I'm anxious a lot. Yeah.
Me. I was like, I need this meme. It's like our star memes. I need to make this a meme.
I don't think that's multiple. Anyway, and then they have the stuff at the fair. I like the kid with the giant zucchini.
Little Nicky hates zucchini.
Little Nicky, yeah, that was good. And then at the end, Mojo shows. Like, if this episode wasn't weird enough, Mojo shows up at the end with an onion monster.
So good.
Onions are an herb, says Blossom, I assume.
Yes.
But, yeah, I don't know. I didn't think that. I don't know if that's true. Should we fact check this? Is that accurate?
I mean, I don't know. I have this discussion a lot with people. I don't know. Like,
First of
I'm
all,
like,
these
blah, blah, blah is a vegetable.
designations are completely meaningless.
It's
But yeah.
yeah, it really doesn't matter.
Anyway, so what do you think of what we did with Mojo and the resolution of the episode?
I feel like Mojo Jojo showing up kind of like saved the episode a little bit. Like it was like, LOL, Mojo Jojo. Okay, this is good.
Yeah,
Like
and
everything he said was ridiculous and great.
Yeah, he was like, I came in second last year, and now, so now I'm gonna destroy you all. Yeah, good.
It was pretty good. And then like her eating the onion monster was pretty great.
Yeah, I'll rank this 4th out of these 5.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's like it was good.
There's some good stuff
really
there. It's
weird.
just
Yeah.
a little all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about road tripping.
Wait, Bubbles going off. Like
Wow.
Bubbles went off.
I feel like that's expected with Bubbles at this point.
It was so great though.
Yeah.
Like,
So what did
so
Bubbles
funny.
do? I don't necessarily remember.
Well, like she like got so mad. And, like they had like the truck come by and it was like honking, and like the girls were like Bubbles, and Buttercup was like, I wouldn't even say that. Like,
Oh yeah.
that was
thing.
really
that
good.
That was good. Yeah, I did enjoy that. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So overall, yeah, good stuff there. A lot of Bubbles moments here. Road tripping, complete Bubbles episode.
Oh, yeah.
So we've occasionally done this thing where it's like, okay, Bubbles is the artist, but also not always. So this was a little jarring, I would say. Suddenly, Bubbles super into art. What do you think?
No, I loved it. I thought it was fabulous and perf, and especially like the artist she likes was like, this is solid stuff.
Yeah, Zeitgeist was great. Yeah.
Oh my god, the video of like the thought that went into that was just excellent. I love it.
We need to get the Sam commentary.
Yes,
on her.
we need.
Yeah, she even had a sculpture, so I feel like we need to get the analysis. I don't think it'll be as popular as the Steven Universe art article.
Yes.
But so we start off with Bubbles' diary, and she's like drawing things.
The professor hates me.
Yeah. With Buttercup, he has monster movie night. With Blossom, he makes stuff in the lab. Schedule Bot 2.0. Okay,
I was not anticipating the return of Schedule Bot at all.
Yeah. I feel like this was
I
feel like this has been our favorite gag so far from the show. So what episode is Schedule Bot from? I don't even remember.
I don't know. It's an early episode. It's just like LOL Schedule Bot. And then Schedule Bot's even better in this episode. And like I really enjoy this like very tiny B plot with Schedule Bot. Like,
it's like the fastest B plot ever, yeah.
It's so great.
I don't think Schedule Bot is better in this episode, but he's certainly good again.
It's just so funny. Schedule Bot's great.
I think Schedule Bot was the one where he interviewed for the corn factory. Was that the same episode?
Yes.
Yes, probably. It's hard to keep track of these. But yes, bringing Schedule back. What a quality decision. After the bad bringing Donnie back decision, this is and the fashionistas came back. Schedule Bot came back. These are two of the people who I'd have been most eager to
bring the Schedule Bot back. Like
just main character Schedule Bot.
Bot's gonna like come back from the grave. Like
it's Schedule Bot is the reason. Yeah, it's even funnier. It would be pretty funny in a normal show, but Schedule Bot's even funnier in this very modern show when they also just constantly have their phones out because it's just completely even more ridiculous in that case. Like Blossom is on her phone this whole time. Like, okay. Yeah, Bubbles drawing Bubbles painting something or
yes.
Yeah, and then she's like, what are you painting? The anguish based inside of me, she says. That looks really good. Oh, thank you.
It's just so good.
It's good. Yeah, and then this thing was Zeitgeist. So, okay. So the main part of this episode is that Bubbles develops like a gets paranoid about the professor trying to leave her somewhere and develops this like 50s like detective movie like narrative to what's happening.
Amazing. The narration makes the episode. It's excellent.
This is certainly the most notable and best part.
I mean, they did the best part. It's like, we like that road trip episode in Gravity Falls, and like that episode's great, solid stuff. But like this kind of like trope kind of thing is not fun, like in general, but like having this narration just sold it. It was so great.
Certainly not a typical way to go with this trope.
It was so funny. And the fact that it's Bubbles is just like the most incredible thing ever. Like it's just wonderful. And like it's just ridiculous. Like Bubbles. No.
Yeah, in general, I think it was successful. It wasn't, I don't know if it was like, I wasn't like cracking up the entire time.
I loved it. No, this is the kind of stupid stuff Delaney adores, and it's excellent. Like the kind of campy garbage that Delaney lives for is this.
It was interesting. And Bubbles is, I actually think it's like a really good character moment for Bubbles too. She's completely in her own head like the entire time, so I think it really makes sense with that.
It's so great.
It's a very realistic portrayal to me.
Well, and there's also this idea that like the professor hates her. Like, okay, Bubbles, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually think Bubbles is the most realistic of the three as like a person right now. I mean, certainly she's like had the most episodes,
Yeah.
so she's got going for her. But like to me, like I look at Bubbles like and how she's like goes from like sweet to like, and maybe it's just because she's literally Brit, so that's like a realistic.
It's because
person,
she's
but
literally.
maybe it's just because she's literally Brit, but like she seems very real to me. Whereas the other two are almost there too, you know. So maybe we need to balance the episode count a little bit, maybe. But then again, the Bubbles episodes are so quality, so
They're
I don't know.
so good.
Yeah. Oh, and let's so they go to the show, and Zeitgeist, everything they do with her is great, and we could spend a lot of time.
I am this art.
Yeah, yeah, that
so
was...
good. like everything with her was just amazing.
Yeah,
they had this stupid radioactive sculpture. Why is? Oh, they warned me about this because of the radiation. No, it might have mole people.
Yeah.
What?
I'm wondering what comes first. Is it her using it out of radioactive material because that's a funny art parody, or is it because so you want to make mole men?
They probably about radioactive marble. Like, okay.
Yeah, I think.
I feel like the universe is mocking me because my Patronus is a mole, and I was like, I feel attacked right now.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
irritated.
Yeah, Delaney's Patronus is a mole. Let's get that out there. Yeah,
and she's mad about it.
And she's mad about it, yeah. So the mole men, you were when something that kind of turns into like Ghostbusters a little bit.
With like, there's like a stupid flashlight. Like, oh, that was so sweet though. He's like, I know you like goldfish.
Yeah.
Oh, and I've been researching. Oh, like Professor Good Dad. He's so great.
It was like actually pretty good action sequence, like played straight. Yeah,
it's excellent. And then like you have the mole looking at the statue and like the music that was ridiculous. Like the angelic like chorus going on, and then they come up behind the mole.
And then it wasn't even funny. It was just like depressing.
Yeah,
like, she
it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, that was.
So
and then my little light beam. Aw, yeah,
cute.
Yeah. What'd you do? Hey, what'd you do at Schedule Bot? Don't worry about it. It says.
Oh my god, the flashes to the backyard were ridiculous. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, that is a good ending. The show. Sometimes I'm not putting the episode's ending down because they just put some gag in there and some of them hit, some of them don't. This one was very good.
This one's amazing. It's like, oh man, Buttercup.
Okay, you sold me, and we even mentioned like the like 2-second flashes to the Schedule Bot plot, which it wasn't obvious that that was going to be the entire B plot. I thought it was just a throwaway, but then they ran it back to like 3 times. Yeah, you've convinced me. I'll rank Road Trip second behind the fashionistas. Yeah,
great. I love this episode. Like, it's so good.
Yeah, it was a lot going there. Okay, the big sleep. For me, this turns into a genre parody episode that I wasn't super interested in. Like, I feel like it wasn't too bad, but I feel like it was just there's kind of nothing going in terms of things I like about the show in the second half of the episode. What about you?
No, I just like I thought like I just thought it was really cute, and I just really liked what it was doing, and I thought it was really sweet, and I just liked it. Okay. Also, it's like stupid because it's like horror movie. It's a pillow, and like dad just trying to get his kids to go to sleep. I just thought it was cute.
Yeah, and like, what is the conclusion that this was all the professor's plan all
along?
Yes. It wasn't super clear.
I saw it like as soon as he was like, girls, like I have like literally like okay.
Yeah, well that in the beginning it was like, okay, obviously this is like what the president, and then the episode tries to sell you that it's not.
Yes.
And then at the end it didn't totally sell me that it was. So I like that it was like the unclearness.
I was sold. I really liked it.
Yeah.
It was cute. Also, like it's like this. It's a pillow, and it like growls. Like the animation for the pillow was stupid, and I loved it.
Yeah, it was. I actually did notice this episode had really good animation.
Also, specifically, it's just funny. Like when like the pillow would attack and like take somebody out. Like it's just ridiculous.
Okay. I also noticed the great animation with the space tow truck. This is the most space tow truck we've seen.
Okay, space tow. I would watch space tow truck. Like I'm invested now in space tow truck.
So we had Meter Man was one of the villains.
Meter Man's scary.
Space tow truck with his beloved space cat and the space cat's evil twin.
Like, with the mustache.
With the mustache, yeah. So. Spoiler Cheryl, the concept of
I
finish
loved
before
it.
that.
Like,
it's a good concept, yeah.
It's really good. No, I love how they would like shake their fists. Spoiler Cheryl.
I think I think they said spoiler Cheryl too many times, but I at least liked it in the beginning with
like because they would like shake their fists and like they would like rattle. I don't know what that would like every time they shook their fists they would like rattle. I'm like, what is going on? Like, what am I supposed to get out of this? But I loved it. Like I just every time just the hand motion made it for me. Yeah. Like it was so funny.
The concept of this is very modern and very good. Like, need to finish the show before the friend texts you. Yeah, it was good. We had I forgot about this completely. We have Blossom, bedtime negotiator, and then Blossom, bedtime columnist.
No, she's ridiculous. I thought that was really cute. It was so good. You said that 4 episodes ago. Like, you're a total pushover dad. Like, Kay.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I enjoyed the beginning.
No dorks in the pillow fort.
Oh yeah, and the pillow fort. Yeah. What else from the episode you want to bring up? That's all I got.
It was just cute, and like the horrible Bubbles trap, like, or Blossoms. I think Blossoms like clever pillow, like, which like total Jurassic Park reference. Like, that was ridiculous. Like, that was just, I loved it. Nice,
yeah, good stuff there too. Okay, I mean, we don't need to rank them, but okay. We have negative. We'll get negative value from ranking these, but there you go. Those are these 5. Overall, I think the show is really on the right track with what it's doing. The biggest, the show is what it is, and I think it's been consistent, and I think it's good in that regard. The only worry were the type of episodes that we kind of haven't really gotten in a while. The men up to the Tiara Trouble type episodes, and it's been 10-15 episodes since we had one of those, so like very, very happy with where we've gone with the show.
We're in a good place, very solid.
And I don't know if we're seeing increased discourse online. I'm not seeing too much, but as always, we are still very happy with it, even if other people are not. We got
it's just us, and we're okay with that.
We got a very nice email from storyboarder Diego Milano this week, who I'm glad, and we at some point we also storyboarder Grace Craft, who did some of these episodes, like our stuff on Tumblr. So normally I don't know how healthy it would be for people who work on shows to listen like podcasts on it, but in this case I think yes, because yes, we like it, and yes, there are people who like it, and
we love it. It's good stuff.
So thank you for that, guys, and really, I think this everyone's doing a really good job with the series, and it's really refreshing given a lot of what's on TV for a lot of these things we talked about.
It's just so cute and pure and happiness.
And happiness,
yeah. And happiness.
Super enjoy. Yeah, I just watched all 5 of these in a row, like, and it's just super
so
enjoyable.
Great. Like, it's just so cute. Just, it's wonderful.
It is, yes. Tonight, The Secret Life of Blossom. I actually read you this description once. Like, I think we got the end. It was like, OMG, can't wait for that one. But no, not doing that one. That'll be tonight.
Darn.
So 2 weeks from now. And then actually, there's
Delaney's going camping, so we're having the struggle bus.
There's no other ones listed, so we'll see. We'll see. And
Cartoon Network has episode 30 up because they do things like that for some reason.
Oh, okay. So maybe the I guess the guide on Wikipedia is just not updated. So yeah, Cartoon Network apparently put 2 of the ones there, or 3 of the ones there here online.
Well, it actually says, like you said, you're like they on the website it says the Big Sleep is like the episode for today. It's episode 26 because it was on. Remember, they put it up last week because I was like, I don't know which episode.
It definitely aired last night because I watched the recording of it. So I don't know. They don't have their stuff together. Good job.
I also could not read potentially. That could also be an issue. So
I would believe that Cartoon Network doesn't know what they're doing first. Anyway, so we'll be back next time. I need to pick the screenshot. So I don't know. Should we spend time picking the screenshot for this?
I feel like there are so many quality options. I feel like it should.
Let me describe to you the ones I have. There's the beginning of the Eddie one. Them in their gardening gear. They had a shot of it.
They were so cute. There were multiple outfits in these 5 episodes. Adorable, all of them, solid.
There's one from the end of the Eddie one when Eddie turns into the butterfly, and they're that was a good one. I have ones from either one of the first 2. I have the professor scolding them, and then they're upset. It was cute. And then I have the Blossom in that episode as star eyes or something. I think it was from the second one.
You should do one of the ones where they're going goo. That was so cute.
We'll see. Those are the screenshots I got. Anyway, we'll pick one of those. So, be back whenever, if the show keeps airing, we'll be back in 2 weeks then to discuss the next 3 and upcoming podcasts. Monday, back for Star, and then Steven Universe Roundtable next week, and potentially a Ladybug Roundtable as well. Check us out at overlyanimated.com, or consider becoming a patron at our Patreon at patreon.com/overlyanimated. Thank you very much to our patrons: Mitch Cordell, Beatrice, Nate, Andy, Jamie, Rachel, John, Ryan, Catherine, Taylor, Devon, Jade, John, Phoenician, Catherine, Victorian, Katrin, aka Fever Mitch, Corona C, Beach Trains, Nathan Fillion, Buzz Lightyear, Mailman, Rachel Rose, Jenny Robert, Brian, Kit Kat, Needle, Diamond Day, Jewel, Garfield, Fusion, Skylark, Patron, Katrin. By the way, I didn't tell you this, but Giancarlo Volpe also liked our tweet about the last star. Yeah, big deal, big Giancarlo fan. So I don't know if he actually listened. He just liked the tweet, but
I mean,
that was very exciting. So big week for people from the show. The show's like acknowledging our existence, so it's good. Anyway, anything else, Delaney?
they were just cute.
Yeah.
Overwhelmed.
Thumbs up, good stuff. Let us know your comments on YouTube, comments on the website post for this article or Tumblr, and as always, let us know that you're listening to this.
Please.
That is a big question mark. So thank you very much, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.